All right, man. So we just got back home after watching Deadpool and Wolverine. It's about 1:15 a.m. I'm probably not going to post it at 1:15 a.m. though. But listen, this movie was definitely worth the hype. From top to bottom, the action was really good. The cameos that were there were good. There was a lot that was good about this movie. There's some things though that I could definitely nitpick, and we'll talk about them. We're gonna go through a spoiler-free review though, but right in the very beginning, this movie just sucks you in. It's just like, come here, like laughter, action, all of it is just there. I think personally, it's probably the best opening scene of an MCU movie. You know, you could probably put it up there with movies like Avengers, Infinity War. I just thought because Thanos was just so damn brutal in the very beginning that I just loved how that thing looked. In the Black Order, I was like, yeah, I like that one. Captain America, Winter Soldier, that's another one that comes to mind here in terms of good opening scene. You could even probably put like Thor Ragnarok. That's probably a good opening scene. But this one by far to me was the best opening scene for any MCU movie that's out there. The interaction between Wolverine and Deadpool was just as expected, but a little bit better, if you ask me, because here's the thing, right? You're looking in the comics with Deadpool and Wolverine, and you see their interaction, and it's great, right? But it's stills, right? But when you finally get to see this in live action, them going at it, and they don't pull any punches. They F each other up in this one. It is just, wow. Like what you see in the trailer, they do more. You know, like they go at it. The face-offs were so good. Seeing Hugh Jackman though in that yellow suit, oh man, that thing makes me laugh so hard because the dude is so damn tall. It looks so awkward at the same time. Which, oh man, but the CGI though, it was good. It was good too. There were some times where I was like, oh, okay. But at the same time, I'm like, it's not bad, and it's better than they've done in some of their previous movies. Like if you look at the Marvels, I didn't think that that CGI was very good, but in this particular one, I thought that the CGI was definitely a step up, and it wasn't over the top, and it was still clean enough, but to where it's not too noticeable. They made Wolverine though overall, they definitely put an emphasis on his character for sure, and making sure that he looks good. Deadpool had some moments too where you were just like, man, look at him flash that. Good stuff. Now let's talk about the cameos really quick, right? Like the cameos, I'm a little bit, I'm 50-50 on them, right? Because I enjoyed a lot of the cameos that were there, and I thought that they were good. But my issue is that I felt like there were times where it was kind of like too many cameos. It was too kind of jam-packed. And I feel like at times it kind of ruined the pacing of the movie overall. Like while I enjoyed seeing some of the cameos, I just kind of felt like, oh, they have to show this cameo, and then this is going on for too long, and now we're not really continuing on with the story. So I like the cameos, but also it was a bit much at times, if you ask me. And I will say that the storyline too, along with that, like these are my two nitpicks here: the cameo, the storyline. This is actually going to be one later on. The storyline was kind of simple, and there were like some twists that were there in the story, but I felt like it was very matter of fact, right? It was like, here is the thing, and that was it. Like the twist didn't really feel like, oh, and so I wanted a little bit more of that. I wouldn't say it was predictable. I don't think it was like predictable. I just felt like it wasn't like the wow factor wasn't fully there. But I think for them, the way that they kind of looked at the storyline was, man, like this story just needs to be good enough because we have Deadpool and Wolverine, and we have these two juggernauts of actors that are playing these roles, and Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, and they were like, you know what, they can carry this, and they did carry it. To be fair, like you probably won't even notice it if you probably wouldn't even care that much about the story because you just look at these characters. The characters are the story, right? Deadpool and Wolverine, they are the story, so you probably won't even really care about it too much. But if there are some nitpicks here, that definitely probably would be one of my nitpicks if you ask me. The fights, like I said, they were overall very good. Yo, one of the cameos, oh my god, like one of the cameos, oh, when they got into it, I was like, stop, let them cook. Oh man, it was so good. Some of y'all who are fans, like, I know a lot of y'all are fans, but like, I'm talking about of this specific cameo, like y'all gonna be like, oh, let's go. It was good. That thing was fire. Cassandra Nova, I'm not really a huge fan of her villainy in this movie. To like a certain extent, I felt like she was a little bit underused. Like you knew how powerful she was, but I just kind of felt like they didn't really lean into it as much as I thought or would have hoped that they would have. So I was a little bit disappointed with kind of where like her arc sort of like ends in the movie. Like it was good, but I wanted a little bit more because I felt like they could have really made this a lot more gritty. So I'm a little disappointed where that's concerned. The end of the movie though was very strong, like very strong. Not great, but strong. I enjoyed it. There is an end credit scene. Watch that one. That one, yeah, it was good. That was a pretty good one. If I were to give it an overall score, I would probably say I'm gonna land in the 8.5 range, right? Because the Cassandra Nova thing, the storyline aspect, the cameos, I felt like that kind of took a little bit away from the movie. But overall, this thing was incredibly enjoyable. I can't wait to see it again. Like I'm going to go see it again. So I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this movie as well. But appreciate you guys watching it. Leave it below in the comments. What do you think about my review? What do you think about the movie if you've watched it already? And listen, let's squad up in the comments, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. And as always, thanks so much for kicking it. Bye.